Hi, in this video, we're going to learn how to find the rule for a polynomial graph, or in this case, we focus on a cubic graph. Now, if you recall, we learned how to sketch cubic graph last video. Cubics have three forms, which the first form is the turning point, y equal a x minus h to the power of 3 plus k. H and K is the point inflections of a graph. So you have here H and K and the graph like that, okay? Or if H and K and then the graph will go upside down for a negative cubic. So you use this form if you know the turning point. So, or you can call point of inflection, all right? And they might give you another point somewhere here. And if you know another point, you can substitute in for x and y, and you can solve for a. Now, if you know the x-intercept, then you can use the x-intercept form y equal a, x minus b, x minus c, x minus d. So use this form if you know three x-intercept. So B, C, D. So B, C, and D. Okay, and so it can be upside down as well. B, C, D, like that. And then that will give you another point where you can substitute that point and you can solve for A. Now, factorized form also come with this one when you have x minus b and then the whole thing square like that, x minus c. So when you see the square, this is where you're going to form a square, a parabola at b. So think about I have b here, c here. Then my graph, I start from the bottom, then I go to B, and then at the B, there's a square, I form a parabola. Then I go to the C, and it look like that. Okay, so use this form when you see you have a parabola form at the x-intercept. So you need to have the square on this. And similarly, if I have the shape that kind of look like this, so if you form parabola here, then that has to be B here, and that's C. And finally, the general form is y equal ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. So this form hasn't been factorized. So it can either look like this, or like this. But because we're talking about finding the rule of cubic graph, so use this form if you just know for random point. So you just being given 4 points, and then all you do is you just substitute 4 point into the equation, and then you're going to solve simultaneously for A, B, C, D. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do that on the calculator when we get to an example. Now let's get us work on some of the example together. Example a cubic function have this rule. So you can see that's in the turning point form. The point 3, 10 lies on the graph, find the value of a. Now I have, they already give me a turning point 2 and 2. They give me another point. So all I do, I just substitute in, so 3 for x and y for 10. Then I can find a. So I would have y equal 10. So 10 equal a bracket x is 3 minus 2 square, 2 cube, sorry, plus 2, like that. Then I just solve it from here. So a times 3 minus 2 equal 1, 1 cube is just 1. So a equal 10 equal a plus 2, 8 equal a. Okay. And similar for question B. Question B, they just give me a point, and they did give me the x-intercept here. So all I do, I just substitute in, and then I can find the a value. So B, 16 is a y value, so 16 equal a times 5 minus 1 times 5 plus 2 and 5 minus 4. 16 equal 8 times 4 times 7 times 1. So 4 times 7 is 28. 28. So 16 equal 28a. Then I can solve for a by a equals 16 over 28, which is 8 over 14, which is 4 over 7. And question C is they give you a general equation, and now this time they give you 2 points, and you want to solve for A and B. So this is an example of simultaneous equation. So for C, I have 116. So my equation is y for ax cubed plus bx. So if I do 1 and 16 here, 16 is a y value, and x is 1. So a times 1 cubed plus b times 1. So I have 16 equal a plus b. So I leave that at one equation. Okay. Then I do the same thing for the other point, which is 2 and 30. Exactly the same process. So sub it in. So 30 is a y equal a times 2 cubed plus b times 2. So 2q is 8, 8a plus 2b. 30. Yeah, I can make it divided by 2. So 15 equal a divided by 2 is 4a. That's divided by 2 equal b. So I might get smaller. So from here, you can see you have two simultaneous equations. Then you can solve for a and b. Okay. So you solve for a and b. You subtract. So equation 2, that's equation 1. I would do 2 minus 1. Or because if I do 4a minus a, that gives me 3a, a positive number. Okay, so 2 minus 1, and the b will cancel out themselves. So 15 minus 16 is negative 1 equal b and b minus go away. 4a minus a is 3a. So I get a is negative 1/3. Then to solve for b, you just sub it back in and you can solve for b. And this is the equation to do that. So I have 16 equal a plus b, 16 equal negative 1/3 plus b. Then you move negative 1/3 over by plus in it. So 16 and 1/3 equal b. So this is how you get a and b by solving simultaneously. All right, there's a few more example, and this time I want to show you how to do on the calculator. So with this example here, you can see they give me the general form, and the reason why they give me the general form is because they just give me 4 random points. Okay, it's not the x-intercept or it's not the turning point. So what I do is basically I substitute in all of them, and then I do simultaneously for A, B, C, D. So if I do the first point, -1, -18, this is the X, this is the Y. So I have -18 equal A times X cubed is -1 cubed plus B times -1 square plus C times -1 plus D, like that. And then I can solve, then this is equation 1. Then I do the same thing for 0, 5. So I have phi equal a times 0 cubed plus b times 0 square plus c times 0 plus d. That's equation 2. Then I do the same for the next point, which is 1 and -4, and 2 and -9. So eventually you would have 4 equations. So on the calculator, you would do something like that. You go to menu, algebra, solve system equation. Then you first of all, you define the function first. Make sure you define, and then you put in something like that in, and you do comma a, comma b, comma c, comma d at the end, and that gives you 4 values. Okay, that's how you got for a, b, c, d. Now, we're going to do this example here, where here sometimes they give you a graph and they ask you to find the general equation for this. And because they give you the x-intercept, you can use the x-intercept form, which is y equal a, x minus b, x minus c, x minus d. Now, b, c, d are the x-intercept. b is negative 3, y equal a, x plus 3, 1, c1, x minus 1, and d is 4, x minus 4, like that. Then they give you the point 0, 4. What you can do with that point is you sub it in and you can solve for a. So 4 equal a, 0 plus 3, 0 minus 1, 0 minus 4. So I have 4 equal a times 3 times negative 1 times negative 4. 3 times negative 1, negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12, 12a. Then you divide it by 12 over 4 over 12, which give you 1/3. Okay, so in the answer, you would write that at y equal 1/3, x plus 3, x minus 1, x minus 4, like that. All right, and here we have another example, a good example on the x-intercept. And as I said last time, where this is where the x-intercept form a parabola at negative 3, and there's a 1 here. So you would do y equal a, x opposite of minus 3 plus 3, and because you form a parabola at 3, you're going to do the square that bracket x minus 1. Okay, and then they give the point 0, 9, so you just sub it in. So 0 is x and y is 9. So we have 9 equal a, 0 plus 3 square, 0 minus 1. So 9 equal a times 9 times negative 1. So 9 equal negative 9a divided over negative 1 equal a. So you have the equation y equal negative 1, x plus 3 square, x minus 1, like that. Okay. And the last example is this one here, when they give you 4 random points and they want you to find the cubics. So your first step is you're going to call fx, or just y equal ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. And if they give the point 0, 1, so on the calculator, what you do, if the point 0, 1, you would do f of 0 equal 1, like that. And then 1, 4 mean f of 1 equal 4, 2, 7, f of 2 equal 17, sorry, and then f of negative 1 equal 2. Then I will solve this on the CAS. So let me show you how to do that now. So I open my CAS, then I divide first, manual actions divide. Then I do f of x equal a times f cubed plus 3 times x squared. Make sure you put the times in, plus 3 times x plus c, like that. Then you go to menu, algebra 7, 1 or 2, doesn't matter. So for equation, click tab here, then you move A, B, C, D. Okay, then you just enter 4 points that you got. So the first point I have f of 0 equal 1. Then the second point is f of 1 equal 4. Then the next one is f of 2 equals 17. And f of negative 1 equals 2. And when you enter, they give me A, B, C, D. Okay. And finally, if they happen, let's do another example. If they happen to give you the graph that have the point inflections, so something like this, okay? And this point 1 and 4, and they give me a point here as 0 and 5 or something. Then they ask you to find the equation of this graph. And because in the turning point format with the point inflection here, you would need to use this form y equal a x minus h q plus k, okay? Then 1 and 4 will be h and k, y equal a x minus 1 q plus k 4. Then they only give you a point 0.05. You can substitute on phi in, and you can solve phi. So I have phi equal a 0 minus 1 q plus 4, like that. Then you have phi equal a times negative 1 q is negative 1 plus 4. Take the 4 over on this side. So 1 equal negative a equal negative 1. There you go. And then you have the equation will be y equal negative 1 x minus 1 q plus 4.